Hey, here are 5 stupid things I've noticed since last time. Batfleck. The next 4 are about more serious topics, but I couldn't help but have something to say about the news which broke late Thursday night that Ben Affleck will portray Batman in the upcoming Man of Steel sequel due in 2015. I actually like Affleck as an actor and as a director, but this news surprises me. It surprises me, first of all, that the studio would cast him. It feels kind of like they just gave up looking for somebody original and just decided to stick a movie star in there, which isn't terribly encouraging. And also, frankly, I'm surprised that Affleck, who has spent the last several years putting together a mighty fine career for himself as a filmmaker, would take the gig, especially after the mindless, adolescent CGI assault that was Man of Steel. Are artistic cred and the respect of your peers getting that boring already, Ben? Christian group sues over New Jersey ban on gay conversion therapy. New Jersey Governor Chris Christie signed a bill banning gay conversion therapy for minors in his state. I think this was a great move. It's a good law. Gay conversion therapy is bigoted pseudoscience that does harm and not good. But of course, not everybody feels that way. Christian lawsuit mill Liberty Counsel has already filed suit in federal court to block the new law on the grounds that it threatens parental rights. Right, because fuck the right of the kids to be spared having to undergo a useless and potentially harmful crackpot therapy. What's most important is the right of homophobic parents to try and fix their gay kids. Tens of thousands cut from Head Start by sequester. Last week, the federal government announced that 57,000 children will be cut from Head Start programs this coming school year as a result of sequestration. Now, it's not as bad as the Obama administration's worst-case scenario prediction of 70,000, but it still means that tens of thousands of low-income families will no longer be able to take advantage of the educational programs, parenting classes, and health services such as dental exams and hearing and vision screenings offered by Head Start. Oh, and the cuts also mean that there will be layoffs or reduced wages for over 18,000 employees. So, there you go, you men and women in Washington. Keep it up, you're doing great work. Right-wing media piles on the poor. Anybody else noticed how fuck the poor has become the right's most popular talking point in the last month or so? You had Donald Trump going on Greta Van Susteren's show saying that welfare spending was going to cause the country to fail. You had Rush Limbaugh and the herd of right-wing radio hosts who follow on his path describing welfare recipients as worthless and unwilling to work. And then maybe worst of all, Fox News aired a special entirely dedicated to scolding and casting suspicion on recipients of the federal SNAP program, also known as food stamps. At one point in the special, Bear asked, shouldn't there be at least some stigma attached? And that talking point was then repeated by others on Fox News throughout the week. Wealthy TV personalities telling poor people they don't feel enough shame about accepting government assistance. Why the fuck isn't there a stigma attached to that? Racially biased defenses of stop and frisk. Speaking of Fox News and the horrible things people say on that channel on very nearly a daily basis, host of Red Eye, regular on The Five, and answer to the rhetorical question, who could possibly be less funny than Dennis Miller, that nobody actually asked, Greg Gutfeld, defended New York City's controversial and unconstitutional stop and frisk policy, claiming that the success of such intrusive law enforcement tactics can be seen in the city's evolving media image. You could no longer set a film like Death Wish in New York City, Gutfeld said on The O'Reilly Factor, because New York is no longer like that. And you know what? I bet New York is a lot better now. If you live in a nice neighborhood, if you're a white guy who doesn't have to worry about being randomly accosted by the cops while you walk down the street. So New York is no longer Death Wish. Great. Now it's Minority Report, only with racism instead of psychics. Hey, Minority Report. It still works. No, that's not funny. The hardest part is only picking 5. Catch you next time.